morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another day in the market. We're seeing some more crazy action. Again, we are starting to see that headline fatigue that we've been talking about here over the last couple of days. Like I've been talking about in the videos with you guys, again, you can get some positive action off of these headlines. We are starting to see some areas of the market following through. But what we actually need to see is real, concrete de-escalation efforts in order to get this situation in the market and in the Middle East, honestly, under control. Now, we're seeing yields rip to the upside here, right back into our zone. So this is, if you guys were curious, this is now when you start paying attention to TLT, ZB, TMF, any of the bond trades. We're getting a lot closer, and we're exactly where we want to be with this right here. I mean, obviously not for the broad market, but from a trading perspective, we could easily start to see some great movements coming in the bond market. You guys know that over the last couple of years, I've been pretty spot on with giving you guys the bottom and top ticks in the bond market. We are basically setting up yet another situation like that, and we haven't seen a situation like this since January 2025. It's been a while since we've seen anything significant that's gotten my attention here in the bond market. So right now we're back in this zone, right around 4.45 or 4.5 on the 10-year treasury. So we're going to keep paying attention to that. That's going to be something that we watch very closely over the next couple of weeks here. Oil is starting to move back to the upside here. But again, for those of you guys in LTMP, what did we see this week? We saw ASICs. Epic move to the upside for everybody. You over here, really solid move here off of this 49 break. Then you saw Marvel, the other multi-100% gain trade there. Coming into a day like today, there's not really a whole lot you need to be doing today. We just wait it out. Again, that's what the less trades, more profits methodology is all about. So, we'll see what we get today. We'll see if there's anything interesting across the board. There probably will be some headlines, but like as we've talked about, there is headline fatigue. This posturing from either side is not really helping the market here. The market is just like, all right, let's just get done with this. We're just going to sit on the sidelines because the market guys and all of us have seen this playbook before. It's very similar to what we saw during this Liberation Day situation last year. It's almost the same timeline too. So over the next kind of 2-3 weeks here, I would expect to see a lot more concrete developments from these negotiations and from this conflict in the Middle East that could easily, again, give us a little bit of a boost back. You still need to shift the trend in the overall market. SPY needs to get back above its daily 10, start to shift the trend. But there's still going to be opportunities in the meantime. And we're like 2.5 weeks, or we're 2 weeks and a day or two away from earnings season heating back up. And you guys know how crazy those post-earnings moves get. So we have a lot of fun ahead of us, but there's obviously going to be a lot of this volatility here in the short term. But ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. I don't know if they allow you to hype on live streams, but if they do, make sure you guys do that as well. Again, costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. Let's have a fun day here. I mean, we got 11 minutes to go until market open. What's RIG looking like? Yeah, RIG is still holding on very well here too. I love how this has looked over the last couple of, over the last couple of days there. Let's see. 30 years almost at 5%. Damn. It's not good. What's the 2-year doing? I bet the 2-year is really going. Oh no, that's interesting. So long, interesting. So the long end is starting to extend out there a little, and the 2s aren't. Huh. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, this is where you start paying attention to things like TLT, TMF, ZB, stuff like that. We've nailed the bond market before. We're probably gonna do it again. I just like the timing of it is a little like icky because I want what I really want is for like the 10-year to be up in here. I mean, honestly, even higher would be great because then it's even better. There's more meat on the bone for a mean reversion move. Like the 10-year went to like 4.6. Around the time of like the next 2 rounds of inflation data and the labor market data. That's what I'm looking for, because what happens, and it almost doesn't matter, because remember the big one, the big bottom in the in yields here, where again we were talking about the yields bottoming out here, bonds topping out the day before the first rate cut. And the reason for that is that when the market was pricing in like 8 rate cuts going over the next year or so, you needed to see like the economic conditions get worse and worse and worse for those rate cut expectations to go up and send yields continuously lower, and that just wasn't realistic. This is the exact opposite. So you would then expect to see, again, inflation ripping to the upside. Let's see growth ripping to the upside here. Unemployment really low. That's what we're looking at here. Do we really expect unemployment is going to continue, or let's say start a trend aggressively moving to the downside? I mean, I don't think so. Are we going to see growth aggressively rip to the upside? I'd say probably not. So it's really a stagflation question, is what the market's going to try to answer over the next month, which makes it a little harder because, again, we do have oil at 96 right now, almost 97. So we might have to be a little bit more nimble with this one, but it's setting up perfectly. This is how it happens almost every time. The pendulum starts swinging really aggressively. We can actually look at the Fed Watch tool and see what the percentage is, the probability for a hike this year, which I think it's like 40%. It's something ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, wow. Right now it's 36.3% probability of 1 hike, 9.4% probability of 2 hikes, 1.1% probability of 3 hikes. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So if that like 1 hike gets up over 50, I mean, you'd see yields at like, I don't know, 4.55, 4.6, something like that. But let's see. Let's take a look at some of the other names. Neo, how's Neo holding on today? I mean, it's still a great spot. So we'll see what happens with this one. Let's see. Do I see Sofi bottoming soon? It's gonna move with the market. The market bottoms out, Sofi will bottom out. Where's Sofi over here? 15? Yeah, that's actually, I mean, this is getting close here for me to want to start potentially picking some more up. But it's the same thing that we've been talking about, and I think this is something that a lot of people, it's like, nothing's changed. You're still seeing risk off across the board, and these brokers and SoFi, the Hood, both, they're all going to get hit because there's going to be less trading activity. That's how they work. So, what else? I mean, crypto's getting hit today. You can see Bitcoin starting to move down. Still in this nice little base here. So, I mean, market snaps back off of some like actual positive news. You could see crypto moving back up. ETH down. Bmnr, I would expect that to be down as well. Yep. Palantir actually had one of the best charts in the market for a little bit and then just couldn't get it going. Now dropping down below the 200s, pushing lower. Not really a good look on this name either. So again, we were able to just like completely just like tear the market apart this week with A6U and Marvel. Now it's just like, all right, we sit here and we wait for those next rounds of good opportunity when the market can get a little bit of a burst back to the upside if it wants to. So, again, though, also, all of you guys, this is another announcement for you guys. The 2-week free trial at LTMP, that offer ends at the end of the month. So, after March, when April starts, there is not going to be a 2-week free trial anymore to the group. So, for those of you guys that are interested in hopping in, make sure you guys take advantage of that before the month ends. That link is pinned in the live chat there. And I'll probably send it, I mean, you guys will be able to find it this time. YouTube changed it from like the top to the bottom, so it's right there above the chat area. Let's see, Netflix. No, I mean, there's no way in this environment that I'd be looking to trade a setup like this right under the 200. That to me wouldn't make sense. It's nice. It's interesting that it's showing some strength this morning with the market down the way that it is. Especially after the headlines, but still, today is not a day to be touching things. Market popping back up. Again, they're going to move this thing all around, and you're probably going to see some more headlines trying to save the market. But look where we are. Like, look at what the SPY looks like on here. It's like, okay, you're just downtrending. You came up, you touched the 10, you break it down below the 200, you're selling off even lower. So remember, ideally, I'd love to see the market down. So 628 here is a 10% drawdown from the highs. Down here is where I really want to see it, 613, 615. The buying opportunities down there, guys, will be ridiculous. And quite honestly, that would be kind of the point where you can see the market shake off a lot of this bad news and say, okay, bad news, it probably won't react the same way to bad news. Like, we see this a lot. Like, when the market stops going up off of good news, it's a very bearish sign. When the market stops going down off of bad news, that's a pretty bullish sign. But that's obviously not what's happening now. We would need to be a lot lower for that to happen. Because investors will look at this and say, okay, well, I have a decent like margin of safety here at those lower levels. Like Mag 7 is just getting, what's it down off the highs? Like 15%, something crazy here. 18% off the highs. So it's getting there. But like until the market really like, we'll see. I mean, it's just like flies. This is what I've been saying. It's like, and that's why I tweeted this yesterday. Like all of this nonsense that we're seeing in the market is a lot easier to stomach once you realize this is all nonsense. It's all theater. It's all for show. It's not real. It's all political posturing. It's all some sort of negotiation playbook. That's all this is. It's like, oh, here they go again. You know, it's stuff like that. So, I'm very interested in what bonds are going to be doing here. Netflix weekly setup is above the 200. That's the monthly. Hold on. I mean, I don't like the monthly chart. It looks, I like that. That's not bad. Maybe we could look for this over the next couple of weeks, but obviously not something that we would look for today. What's Rig doing? There goes Rig down with the market. Getting closer to open. So we got 3 minutes here, guys. Let's see. And again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way. We have a 200 like goal on the stream. Let's see if we can hit it. Oh, we got a lot of slackers today. Microsoft is so cheap right now. I would agree with you there. I would definitely agree with you there. I mean, that's a dangerous weekly chart there. Falling down below the weekly 200. Ooh, coming down to these areas. Yeah, I mean, I like that, honestly. But you're going to see a lot of opportunities like this. And imagine where these are going to be if we get that move down to like 613, 615 on the SPY. It's going to be generational opportunities. Like, it's going to be ridiculous. So, in an ideal world, we make that move down over the next, like, 2 weeks to that level. Like, how much of a drawdown is that from right now? 4% more? Maybe more. Yeah, 4.6% more down in the market if we were to get there. I'd love to see it there. Because, like, I want to get this through to you guys. You guys all saw what happened last year. Life-changing gains across the board. 1,000% trades handed out like candy. And it's going to happen again at some point, but I'd like the market to be a little lower so that we can have more of them, you know? So, a lot of slackers on the like button today. You guys are slacking. Let's see. Easy mode is coming. Oh, it absolutely is. It's been, what, almost 6-7 months of just, like, nonsense? And just, like, playing post-earnings and, what do you call it? Letting the market do its thing. All right, 50 seconds to go until open here. Also, what I'm probably going to do is not next week, not the week after Easter, but the week after that, we'll probably bring back the daily public streams for a little while. We'll see. The timeline's still intact, and that's when I think we could start to see some more fun action here. Other than that, I'm live every day for you guys in the morning in the LTMP group. So, again, that, what do you call it? The 2-week free trial offer ends at the end of the month. No more free trial after that. Let's see. 13 seconds. Let's see what this market wants to do today. Rig back up. Okay. This could be an interesting one today. We'll see what that wants to do. All right, ding, ding, ding. Market's open. I like kind of almost want to start looking at a bond trade here. Just like scaling into it at this zone. I like it up here. I don't think they're going to let yields be this high for that long, but it's interesting that the 2 year's not moving, but longer duration is, which is bad. That's not good. Is that Lulu downside? Yeah. Oh my God, Lulu getting murdered. Where's Disney? Yeah. All right, guys. Remember the Disney downside setup from the watch list, the LTMP watch list this week. The breakpoint was 98.35. Look where you are now, 93.74. For those of you guys still holding that Disney idea, this is a great time to start trimming some. Great time to start trimming some. Looking at, I mean, next level on that, you can look for this little gap fill down here, but I mean, that's already a great move. But you do have headline fatigue. IBM downside? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Again, though, either way, with this moving yields and the moving oil going into the weekend, it's like, we've already done our dirty work this week, guys. 300-something% on Marvel, like the 1 to ridiculous risk to reward on A6 and like those are both nuts. Like you take your hands and sit on them. Gold, interestingly enough, gold is up today, which is interesting here. So I'd like to see it come down to the daily 200. Rig still holding on there. Looks good. Market. Bye-bye. NASDAQ drops 10% from October high, set to enter correction. Is it down how much more? Yeah, here comes the look at this. Look at that. Yes, come on. New lows. But I want to see QQQ. Where is this? Oh my God, yeah, that's ugh. Horrid. Yeah, down 10.5. Ooh. Let's check some sectors. IGV, so yeah, software back in the zone. Healthcare, how's healthcare doing? Not looking good. XBI, how's bio? Bio is actually looking interesting, which is quite honestly shocking with the way that yields are moving. Rig's still looking good up here. Polymarket odds of straight over moose traffic returning to normal by end of April, 30%. Let's see. I'd love to see Rig make an attempt over 7. We haven't quite seen that yet. That's what I really want to see. So this zone right here was just this is, we don't need this anymore, but this was just like a placeholder to be like, okay, this is where they ripped it out of on that kind of first headline coming into Monday morning. But that's interesting. Like we big gap down on Sunday. You come into Monday morning, you get those ceasefire headlines, and look where we are by Friday, below those lows. So this is just textbook headline fatigue right here. The market is tired of all of this whipsawing back and forth and wants an actual concrete agreement. That's all they care about now. And until then, you're probably going to see yields keep doing this. You're probably going to continue to see oil doing what it's been doing here. Oil back above 97. And the market's going to continue to behave how it is, or how it has been. And they tried another stick save yesterday. It just didn't work. It did not work for them. VIX is above 30 right now too. That's, again, not good. So this is 10% in the SPY right here, it's right around 628. So you got a long ways to go, kind of. for that. Then you got an even longer ways to go for that big move down to like 613. This has been a fun week though, honestly. Like this was a good week. ASICs, U, Marvel, really, really fun moves. But like I was telling you guys all week, it's like you can't go too crazy with everything because this is looming. It's not like this action here is not going to keep happening. Market's looking to break 640. Rig is holding very nicely. I want to see that get a push today. That'd be nice. Yeah, there it is. Breaking 640. Rig, almost new highs there. Yields are backing off. I almost want to pick up a little bit of TLT stuff. What's the, actually, I want to look at this. I just want to see where the better deal is, if I'm going to touch anything. I don't really want to, because this is like day one of like finally getting into the area that we wanted. I just want to see what they're pricing on this. There's IBM too. Ooh. Honestly, that's not bad. All right, TLT is not bad. I want to see what TMF looks like, cause well, that will be a bit silly because it's levered, but oh, they don't have. That's rude. Yeah, TLT is the better one if you want options. What levels am I watching for an entry on Neo? I'm not. I own it at 455 and it's not a setup right now. See? Again, you guys know I do things differently than everybody else, which is why like we can perform better. It's like I'm not always looking to buy stuff. But guys, there's a time and a place to be taking action in the market. Right now is not the time. It's getting close though. It's like really getting like it's because remember what we were talking about with the, what do you call it? You're in the dip buy zone. This is kind of the first one. It's like when you break down below here and you start kind of pushing into the middle of this giant area here, this is a decent area to be like, all right, you can start picking up some stuff. Michigan, is it consumer sentiment? That'll be interesting. The 90s on TLT were interesting for June. I liked those. It's just a mean reversion move. Here comes Rig. Here comes Rig, guys. This thing is just up and to the right. This thing has been nice for us. I'd love to see it make like a nice big burst. Get over 7, start running a little. But that's another nice winner this week so far too. And then on the Neo stuff, it's like, guys, I own it at 455. It's like, wow, they've done everything they need to do in order to like keep me interested in it. There's no need for me to keep looking at it, you know? All right, little bit of a move back up here, but nothing too significant. AMC entry. And then again, as you guys are filtering in here, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Let's see, is Palantir getting hit? Yeah, Palantir's getting wrecked there. This was one of the best looking charts in the market that I saw in a while, and then it could not get it going. I do like the TLT 90s for June. You're not, because the whole thing with the bond market is that what typically happens is you see the market wildly oh dear. You see the market wildly overprice a certain outcome, and then you see like confirmation kind of that outcome in the data. But the problem is that you then have to see everything get even worse than that, and that's when the top is. It's not when the data shifts. It's when the data actually like starts peaking out and getting really bad. It's like when we go into the first rate cut, where it's like, oh, here's the first rate cut. Everybody expects bonds to continue higher and yields to continue lower, but that's all of it's already been priced in. Oh, here we go. Riggs making an attempt over at 7 here, guys. That's great. Let's see if it can push. That'd be awesome. That would be great. I would assume SoFi's getting clipped here too. Yeah, SoFi down. Yeah, this is not a bad spot to be picking up more SoFi though. Is it a base? Is this something that I typically buy? No, it's this. You're just catching a falling knife here. You see no real signs out of the market yet that it wants to truly shift. You kind of have. Now you're just in headline fatigue mode where the market's just like, all right, we're willing to bid everything up. You just need to do something concrete, which we haven't quite seen. Rig couldn't do it. He got close, but couldn't do it. TLT's trying to work its way back up here. Yeah, 10 years trying to get back out of the zone. See the zone? It's important. I mean, again, it looks like it's right in our area. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. ZB is usually the better option, though. Not this zone, though. The problem is, like, because your risk is above here. You need to take it up here. All right. We're about 2 minutes away from the first 15-minute candle closing in the market. This could get interesting. Okay. Group bonds backing off. Oil. Not good. $35, nice. Yeah, yields are moving back down. Let's see how aggressive that can get today. I mean, this TLT's starting to move. Yeah, software is getting clipped here too. I want to see rig get above set. This thing could just go up and to the right over the next couple of weeks here. Okay, this is interesting. It'd be wild if we saw TLT go green today. Honestly, one headline could do it. Apple bounce off the 10. Yeah, Apple. That's going to be an interesting one. We'll see how that wants to look over the next few weeks. This is right around where they intervened last time, so it's interesting that they haven't done anything this time. The TLT idea is that they're overpricing hikes. But it's not like... You could maybe, today, maybe start dipping your toe in, but it's not like, you're not there, like you're not, it's not like the one that, it's not how it usually has looked for us when I give you guys the top and bottom of the bond markets. It's not there yet. It looks interesting. You're at a very key area. And we know that the Trump administration is going to be looking at yields more so than they're looking at the market for the White House put. All right, rig making another attempt here. Let's see if we can get above 7. That'd be great. But yeah, also guys, remember, end of the month is when that 2-week free trial offer ends to LTMP. So for those of you guys that want to hop in there with us, get 2 weeks free. That's ending. So make sure you guys hop in before it's too late. No more free trial after the end of March. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be really fun coming into the end of this spring and summer. You're going to see all this stuff get put behind us. If you guys have been paying attention to the videos, again, we have that Trump-China summit that's going to be coming up. We're getting into earnings season. You got a lot of pent-up demand in the market here after 6-7 months of just nonsense. Summertime is probably going to get very fun. You can, okay, like I said, you can maybe, I know you guys get really crackheady about TLT. You can play with it now, but you guys have all understood the thesis for a while. You got to go through a next round of data to really, really, really confirm it. But you want the data to be bad. That's what you want. You want the data to then forecast more hikes, because then it's like, or you want it, because right now the market is definitely not doing what it should. We really shouldn't be pricing in almost 40% probability of a rate hike this year. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It kind of does with oil where it is, but it's sort of similar to like what we saw with, there's rig. It's like, the reason why I'm saying you don't just like slam it here is because oil is at 97.50 and it's been in the 90s. So you are going to see this inflationary effect. And when you combine that with the last PPI that didn't even cover the period in which the escalation happened, already being really hot, all right, we know that those expectations for rate hikes are going to move up. But it's how crazy are they going to get with it? Are they going to start like fully pricing in 1, 2, 3 rate hikes? If that happens, oh my God, we're going to go crazy. Moderna? Let's take a look. Yeah. See what you're looking at there, but that's not something we really need to be looking for in this environment. Rig, nice. New highs. New highs on rig. I like that. See if we can get above 7. But yeah, that link to get 2 weeks free to LTMP is pinned in the live chat. It's at the bottom now. Don't miss out. When the market starts heating up again, you know what's going to happen? Prices are going to go up. Lock in the lower rate, you guys will be good to go. This looks phenomenal here. I'd love to see it just cascade today, though. Powell didn't say we were getting a hike. He didn't say anything of the sort. He said his normal nonsense of, we will wait and see. They're just leaving all potential routes and possibilities open. Yeah, Apple does still look good there. Look at that. It does still look good. Let's see, what else we got? Here it comes. Let's see if we crack new lows here. We might. I'd love to see this thing just go. But John, you are right. Powell did cause the sell-off, but it was really just that like last nail in the coffin of like, oh my God, the Fed's worried. Apple does look good there. A lot of strength here on this thing. Like with the market doing what it's doing, that's pretty crazy. Off the petrodollar and in the yen now. I mean, I wouldn't say so. I mean, they're still doing transactions in dollars. Look at this. Market nuking here, and Apple's just like, nope. Here comes market. New lows. T weekly. 18T was, I think, already breaking out. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, this thing's getting crushed. Nice. This is what we want to see, guys. Honestly, though, that strength in Apple is very interesting. Yeah, yields back up a little. Rig looks great. Jason, no, I was talking to you guys about those SPY puts a bunch a few weeks ago. We were like, where? It was like in here somewhere. Big drop, comes back up, drops back down. Squeeze a little bit out of those, I think. Oil's looking for 98. Apple is moving. That's crazy. VZ weekly? Yeah, I'm just not really looking at much today. Or probably this weekend. Yeah, looks good. You got earnings coming up, though. This is crazy. Apple up 0.81. Market getting crushed. Look at that. Come on, bleed it out. Bleed it out. Rig's still in a good spot. That's a great looking weekly chart. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. We got some Mish stuff. Sentiment 53 versus 53.3 versus 54 estimate versus 55.5 prelim. 1 year inflation outlook, 3.8% versus 3.4%. 5 year inflation outlook, 3.2% versus 3.2. Like, we've already nailed stuff this week. It's like just sit on the gains and then wait for those next opportunities to form. How will KRE be affected by rate cuts or hikes? Well, the cuts should help it go up. KRE probably is getting murdered. Yeah. So it's kind of the same thing with like, there's better ways to take advantage of it though than like KRE, you know? Like honestly, if we start to see this, like gold is going to be a good one. Because remember, like, make sure you guys are paying attention to the YouTube videos. Like, the whole reason why gold is selling off so much here is not Turkey. It's just like, oh, yeah, Turkey's helping it move down over the last, like, week or so because of what's going on in the Middle East. But this is shit. It's a paradigm shift from everybody expecting global easing to then global tightening. That's why gold's getting hit so hard. People are like, oh, why isn't it going up in the wartime? It's like, well, you got to realize why it was going up in the first place in order to understand why it's going down now. You know, like that, the bond moves, stuff like that will be better to take advantage of. Like, I really don't think we're going to go into a tightening cycle. That I don't think would make a whole lot of sense. It's different than last year. The implications, like, you actually could get an inflationary spike this year. Last year, didn't make sense. All those people talking about tariffs causing inflation, it's just like, yeah, that's just not. The demand argument is going to trump whatever the textbook is telling you there. Now, though, with oil where it is, it's like, we definitely could see some. Rig is making another attempt here at 7. Apple looks freaking interesting. A lot of Middle East sovereign funds are selling gold too. Yeah, a lot of them are trying to support their currencies, like the governments. Sell the reserves, convert it to their currency, provide some demand there. That's what Turkey's doing to support the lira. Gold moving. You might get a nice base and break move on gold. Rig's getting close to that 7 area. Again, that's nice. Citi cuts U.S. stocks on prolonged war risk. Citi is reducing exposure to U.S. equities, warning Iran conflict is unlikely to end quickly and is raising downside risks. Bank cut its small cap overweight to 0 and moved overall equity allocation to neutral, citing oil shocks, weak macro signals, and tightening liquidity. Markets are already under pressure with major indexes nearing correction to territory, while Citi warns limited panic so far. It leaves room for further declines if tensions escalate. Another Captain Obvious from a bank. Yields are backing off here decently, so TLT might get a little pop. That's why gold is starting to move. You know, where's silver? Oil shock could trigger a 10% stock sell-off. Dude, you're within like you're not that far away from that already. It's 6.28 on the spot. You're $11 away. Here comes Rig. Oh, it's trying. It is really trying to get over that $7 area there. Yeah. Those TLT new highs. Yield's moving back down. Somebody's buying up bonds here. Oh, look, right off of our zone. Surprise, surprise. Come on, Rig. You can do it. It hit 7. Yeah, up nicely on that so far. It's like 725 is like a good area to start trimming if you want to. I mean, the entry was down here. That would be a nice move. Boop. Or a little higher. And you've got this. Actually, I'd like that better. Right around $8. Yeah. Baba downside? I think you guys are trying to be way too active here. Way too active. We've already nailed it this week. There's nothing left to do. Market's down 0.9 going into the weekend. We're trying to trade? No. And then think about it too. We didn't even talk about this. Like the Disney move, guys. This was ridiculous. Like right off the watch. There you go. Boom. Disney dead. ASICs, Disney, you, Marvel. Like, there's nothing else to do this week. Nothing. Rig is looking great. Apple's still holding on there. Like, SATL? No. This already moved. No. This is waiting period. Today and probably Monday. Everybody's looking at this marketing and is like, I have to do something. It's like, no, you don't. Especially after what we did this week. Oh, also, guys, Apex is still doing that 85% off sale. Like, with no intraday trailing drawdown anymore, that's ridiculous. So, let me see if I can grab that link for you guys here. And then use code VIX, and you guys will be able to get that deal. No intraday trailing drawdown at Apex is ridiculous. So, there's that link right there for you guys. For those of you guys using prop firms in this environment, make sure that you guys are taking advantage of that. You've been doing nothing for 2 weeks because you couldn't? Well, just think about it like this, Adrian. Like, just because you couldn't do anything, just because now you have the opportunity to then maybe do something, doesn't mean that you should. Like, a day like today is just like just because you have the opportunity to do something doesn't mean that you should. That's not, the market doesn't care about whether you have the time to do it or not, right? Yeah, that Apex deal's not. No intraday trailing drawdown anymore is ridiculous. SCCO? Just take a look at it. What is this? That looks like it wants to get killed. Here comes Apple. Hello. Hello, Apple. Gold moving. Yeah, that Apple idea looks like it could crank. Especially if you get some good news over the weekend. Is there anything coming through the feed? I don't think so. Very slow on the news side. The news, if we're going to get any, is probably going to come out like in the afternoon or right after market closes, like it has been. President Trump, this is Biden's market. That's not real. That's not real. Oh, is USD JPY still ripping up there? Strong. What's the dollar doing today? Is it still strong? Yeah, that's danger level on USD JPY here. That's another thing that could get thrown into the mix here. Japanese intervention. This still looks great. Where's Google? It's not bad. Microsoft better. I think IGV is still back down in its zone. Yep. Gold's moving today. That's interesting. Oh, here comes the market a little. Yeah, this is slow. There's nothing anybody needs to be doing here. Take the gains and run. Wow, gold's ripping. That's interesting. It's almost like gold's kind of being treated like a risk asset. It's funny. SMH. Yeah, it's not bad. Almost new highs on TLT. Rig is just really trying to get above 7 there. $880 incoming. If Ray goes to 880, that'd be a wild move. I'd love to see that. That would be awesome if we saw Ray go all the way up there. It's really trying to get above 7. It tapped it once today. It yields backing off even more. Is that new intraday lows? And yeah, it is in the 10-year. It's close to it. I wonder what type of headline they're cooking up today. I mean, it's just, you got headline fatigue though. Like, they tried to do it yesterday and it just did not work. So we'll see what they can pull off, if anything. But, all right, guys, it's 10:20. There's nothing to do. Nothing to do today. So yeah, those of you guys that still need to join us with an LTMP, again, that 2-week free trial offer ends at the end of the month. So if you want to jump in there, get 2 weeks free, make sure you do that before April starts. And then yeah, that Apex link is floating around in the live chat there, 85% off, and if you use code VIX. Again, you also get, what do you call it? No intraday trailing drawdown, which is crazy. Oh, there goes Rig above 7. There we go. There goes Rig above 7. So, folks, again, really great week. Marvel, Epic, multi-100%er. You had you cranking. You had ASICs moving. You had the Disney epic downside move there. Really, really fun week. We'll see what we can kind of scrape together next week's. Then we have like a little bit of a long weekend, I believe. And then, what do you call it? Then we're in April, and that's kind of when the timeline really starts to show itself. So, folks, have a great weekend. Don't do anything stupid in the market. Don't be a crackhead. Be like, I have to do something. No, you don't. You just don't. It's the waiting period's going to be over soon. But not yet. You got to be a little careful. So, guys, have a great weekend. Peace.